Okay, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. It is time for a chapter review. Be surprised, like, chapter review? Yeah. Akame got Kiru. Chapter 50. The anime comes out next week. Shit. Gotta get primed for that shit. This week I should let everyone know that I'm going to list on my channel, in the discussion, and on my fan page, of the animes that I will be reviewing. I will be doing first impressions on and viewing. So, look forward to seeing that. Okay, this chapter. This chapter gets 5 out of 5. Especially the ending. As far as I can tell, by what went down in this chapter. Now, the beginning part we got Mean and Akame, and they're fighting, and she's like, "You're really fired up today." Well, raring to go, and she's like, "Of course, the Empire's strongest is after my boyfriend." So, she has a little comment with Tatsumi talking, saying Wild Hunt's a bunch of chickens, and so on and so forth. She's wearing this little cute little thing, and he says he's gonna attack them, and saying that, apparently the story is that that he doesn't have a poster. He doesn't have a wanted poster, Tatsumi. So he can go out supposedly, and it's not a big deal. Unfortunately, that's not what happened in this chapter. It looks like someone knows him. So basically, she's saying, "You guys without wanted posters have it so easy. I'd be able to go out if I didn't have one." Well, and then now here's the thing that I should mention. They changed the names for the anime. I am not calling her Esdese. I'm calling her Esdese. Or Esdese. Esdese. I think it's much more easier. Or Esdese. Esdese. That might be better. Esdese. Esdese. Because it just doesn't make any sense. Brat, Tatsumi. It makes more sense that way. So basically they're going on saying that she's coming back soon and so on and so forth. And she's like asking you, when you were stuck on the desert island with her, did you do anything perverted with her? And he's like, really? She did, so on and so forth. And she's pouting and everything. And essentially she says, "Oh, I don't know how many times she did it to you, but I'll make you forget about her completely." And he's like, "I'm falling head over heels for you." Now, we go from that to Wild Hunt. Now, the count for Wild Hunt right now, after the whole thing with Ron, see, Ron or Run, give or take, pretty much took out like at least 2 of them. Well, with help from Akame. But a few of them still remain. Like, aside from Ashura, we have that alchemist bitch. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's 2 that were eliminated. The alchemist bitch, who's, I guess, a vampire. The one who could sing, she's actually in the tube. They brought her back to life in this freaking tube thing. And we also have that samurai guy. This kind of reminds me of... In some ways, that samurai guy, you know what I get a feeling out of him? Nobunaga from Hunter x Hunter. Kind of. Not to the same degree, but kind of. So you have those 3. And, of course, Ashura. So that's like 4 people. Also, you put in at Dugard somebody else. But basically this scene in Wild Hunt is just Ashura just asking her, how's Cosmina? And he tells her it's impressive, she was close to death, but she's okay now. So she's fine. She was able to replicate her. And she survived when her... And she's like saying how she survived when this is not working. Her entire family was killed, and she went completely insane. and so on and so forth. She said she would make good in alchemy, and so on and so forth. Now, she was unfortunately unable to bring back the other two. Mr. Perverted Clown and that other guy. So they're down to like at least including Ashura 4. But they get a surprise when he goes sees his father. When he goes sees his father, I have to close this because it's being very noisy. Anyway, when he goes to see his father, the Prime Minister. And what happens is, apparently, you remember that demon from beforehand, the Rakasha demons? She's still around. She comes back. And she comes back, she informs, Ashura and his pops, Prime Minister, that she knows some other member of Night Raid. And she was also in this weird scene where she's in the fucking dungeon and she's getting tortured and shit. She's like, ah! I'm like, okay. And she knows what Tatsumi looks like. And guess what? They have a wanted poster for her. So they know what Tatsumi looks like. So this is a really bad thing. The other thing that happened in this chapter was Esdese shows up. And she is informed by Wave. Also, Wave found out about Ron. And he was a little pissed off of what she did. And, they have a little argument, so on and so forth. And then Esdese shows up. And she's informed by it. And she's like, this has to stop. So they seemingly are going to act towards Wild Hunt. But the kicker of this chapter wasn't that. The kicker of this chapter, essentially, was...
Breaking news concerning General News. We are learning that GM will call...
Stupid thing. Won't allow me to do that. I did. Anyway, the big thing for this chapter essentially was when, towards the end. Now, what happens is Tatsumi and Rabak are like meeting up, and he's asking him, has he found any information about Wild Hunt, about all that jazz? He tells him no. And out of the blue, here comes this motherfucker Ashura. Comes down. He basically... He did this, I believe, also at another time. He did this to Tatsumi and Esdese. When they were in the little island. Comes out, he transports Rabak and Tatsumi to the capital. And I'm not talking like within the vicinity. No. The main place where the Prime Minister is, where Esdese is, where everyone is. And they have a fight with Wild Hunt. Now, this shit got really crazy. The demon that was left grabs Tatsumi. That stupid alchemist bitch comes in. She bites him. Rabak also gets hurt by the guy with the samurai sword. It's not a huge wound. It's only a scratch. A scratch. So, they bite him. But then at that moment, when she bites him, and she's attacking him again, he brings out his Tegu. And and from there, he's about to leave. He says, I gotta get Rabak. I gotta get out of here. Boom! That moment, Esdese shows up. And after that moment, Esdese shows up. General Budou shows up as well. And that's what happens. And he's like, Ashura's like, complete. this victory is to this one. She did. Like proclaiming, like, jump the fuck off. Jump the fuck off. You killed Boar's wife and child. Esdese is not gonna let that fly. You also killed Ron, so you're fucked. So that's how the chapter ends. Now, and when Budou showed up, he was like, "What's going on here?" And Esdese saw Tatsumi and knew it was him. Now, here's the thing. I'm giving this a 5 out of 5, but people should know this isn't a surprise. At no way is this like, oh my god, she knows now. You guys have got to go back and go read the last couple of chapters. Go back to the fight in the cathedral when they had to kill that guy. And Susanoo ended up fighting Esdese. Okay. When Esdese was fighting them, she kind of knew. She was like, when she was fighting the one with the tegu of that armor, she kind of knew that it was Tatsumi. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. I talked to Mr. Nostradamus. I personally believe for next month. Now, the anime's coming next week. Don't know how far they're going to go. They're not going to reach Wild Hunt in the anime. There's no way they'll reach Wild Hunt. Not unless they put in some major filler to get to that. So, but for next month, July, what I think's going to happen is this. Budou doesn't know Tatsumi. He has no idea who the Tatsumi is. The only people who know who Tatsumi is Wild Hunt, the Prime Minister, and Esdese. Now, what I think might happen is this. Budou might stop it all, and it's like, stop. He might jump in. Budou. He might jump in. He might tell Ashura, stop your shit. Because and if they try to jump Tatsumi, you know Ashura's getting an icicle in his fucking skull. They're all going to be frozen solid. In fact, most likely, she can only do it once a day, but I wonder if Esdese will go Dio Brando again. She can only do it once a day, though. But if she does it that day, that moment, freeze time, and proceed to take Tatsumi and Rabak out of there. They're like, what happened? What happened? What happened? And she comes back. That would be so fucking epic. And she just looks at Sure, like, you fucked with my team, and you almost killed the man I love. Prepare to die. She doesn't even kill him. She freezes him in a block of ice, and she kills the Rakasha demon. She kills the vampire bitch. And then she takes an icicle and sticks it in his gut. That's, I think, that would be epic as fuck. But I don't know if that's going to happen. But to that extent. Now, here's another thing to think about. Budou, he can't do anything. Because what I've been hearing from Charles, this guy's probably heard of him. Budou's supposed to be OP as fuck. Like, seriously, I heard some things. I heard that his tegu is so goddamn powerful. It's like, Jesus, you know? But, overall, like I said, 5 out of 5. Now, where it goes from here is anybody's guess. With, You know, it's anybody's guess. But I would love to see a showdown. Like, seriously. Like, showdown be with Esdese. Wave shows up, and they go up against these motherfuckers. Because Wild Hunt, let's be honest here. Wild Hunt is a perfect example of what's wrong with the capital. Wild Hunt and the Prime Minister are what's wrong with the capital. General Budou said it himself. He's like, I'm coming for your ass. And this is just another, I suppose. But we'll see. Next month, we'll see how this goes down. 5 out of 5 people. Bankai 922. It's just Tatsumi's such in a bind, and I can't see him getting shot at. Him dying here. I just cannot see that. So, we'll have to wait and see. You know, we'll have to wait and see next month. But I definitely can see Budou and Esdese stepping in, and they're stopping this. Because they're not going to allow this. Budou doesn't even know who Tatsumi is. This is how fucked up Wild Hunt is, man. They need to be put in their place. It's like, for shit. For sure. I'm Bankai 922. I will see you guys later. You don't fuck with General Esdese. You don't. You don't. Because if you do, you're going to be frozen solid. And then she's going to turn you into 1,000,000 times pieces. And she breaks you. So yeah. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh, sorry about the noise. It's Monty. I gotta get out. I'll see you guys later.